Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and this is going to be a very quick kind of live gameplay thing, but the reason I'm doing this here is because I want to show you the kind of luck I've been having when trying to do this stupid mission here. Spot at least 3 enemy SPGs and cause damage or critical hits to them. This fucking mission is damn near impossible. For a couple of reasons. One, getting a game with 3 artilleries in a light tank seems to be fucking impossible. If I was to jump into an IS4 or something now, I guarantee I would probably have 5 arties per side. I can guarantee that. But when I jump into a light tank, the maximum I have seen over the last 2 days has been 2. I have not seen a single 3 enemy SPG game. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this fucking thing? This is why I hate this kind of shit for missions. The medium tanks have the exact same kind of thing. Their medium tank 15 has to, you have to, I think, kill at least 2 enemy SPG or enemy tank destroyers that are 2 tiers higher than you. And go wait a second. Kill at least 2 enemy tank destroyers which are a tier higher than your vehicle. This fucking mission here. I have played, I think, about 20 or 30 games, and the maximum amount of SPGs I have seen has been 2. I can't get a single 3 SPG game. If I was to play a heavy tank, I can guarantee it would be 5. It's pissing me off to no end. And there's nothing I can do to make SPGs more common. There's nothing I can do. And I'm going to record this now because it is genuinely pissing me off now. I'm not using the T49 for this mission, even though you think, maybe it'd be good. No, the 152mm gun this thing gets, and yes, while I had premium account from doing the heavy tank missions, I grinded this thing, got the turret, got the tracks, got the gun, and made sure I fully upgraded it before the premium time ran out. And I'm at 10,000 XP. Let's see how far. No, fuck that. I'm not knocking that from this thing. I'm doing it from T69. But yeah, this thing's not very good because crappy rate of fire. I'm even using the 75mm on the VK2801. Oh, and if you didn't know, this thing has 10 degrees of gun depression all round and a ridiculous aiming time, so this thing's actually a pretty decent little tank. The only thing I wish it had was vertical stabilizers, but yeah, you can't have everything. Yeah, normally I would use the 105mm derp, but this thing, honestly, it's not a good gun to use for this kind of mission because I have had 2 occasions so far where I have seen 3 enemy artilleries. I have fired the first shot, hit the first one, and then before I can get a shot into the second and third one, they're blown up by my own team's artillery, and I can't do shit about it. So I switched to the 75mm so I can just auto aim. It's 2.8 or 2.9 second reload time, so this thing seems pretty handy for it. This thing here, same story, rapid fire gun and a couple of autoloaders because, yeah, they have like good damage output. They can put shots out fast. And Type 62 is here because, well, Type 62 is a cool tank. Actually, you know what? I haven't played Type 62 in a while. I'm going to through this. Oh yeah, and you have to be at least tier 6 in order to be able to do this mission. So you can't even jump to like Chaffee or Lux or something and do this mission, which would make it a fair bit easier, honestly. But because you only have access to above tier 7, or no, above tier 6 tanks, you have a limit of, I'd say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd say you probably have about, you have less than 20 tanks to choose from in order to do this mission. Because the maximum tier is tier 8. The Chinese have 3 light tanks. The Germans have like, the Chinese, the Germans, and the Russians all have 3 light tanks. The Americans have like 5. And the French have 3 as well. So you've got about 18, roughly. Or no, maybe 14, maybe 18, something like that, light tanks to choose from. And that's not you don't have that many options. So it's kind of frustrating, honestly, and I'm not really sure what to do. But yeah, I'm going to jump into some gameplay. I'm going to stop the recording. I learned from my World of Warships replay, or my World of Warships thing I did the other day. And yeah, I've discovered the way to get around the errors with the with the what you call it, the with the replays is to effectively just stop the replay when you're loading into a game, and then open it up again whenever, and open up a new recording whenever you get into the game. That's the only way to really fix it. That's the only way I can think of, and that's the way I'm gonna have to start doing it. So I'm going to hit the battle button. I'm going to stop the recording here, and I'm going to open it up again as soon as I get into a battle. Okay, so see you in like a minute or so, because I'm trying to decide which tank I want to play. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play Type 62. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, and we're back with the gameplay. And as you can see, yet again, I have one SPG per side. This fucking mission is going to drive me up the damn wall. So I'm just going to have to fuck around here and try and get... You know what, I'm in a premium, I'm going to try and get some money. Like, honestly, I've played so many games and gotten so pissed off with this mission that I just start killing myself. Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously. God damn it. Yep, the LTTB is going to kill me. I can't fight an LTTB. See what I mean? I was actually going to play that seriously, but I guess fuck me. Okay, I will be back in a minute again. I'm going back to my garage. I'm going to pick up another tank. Probably going to be the VK2801. And would you look at this again? Back again, and yet again. There's not enough artilleries. These kind of missions are fucking stupid. Like, it is so fucking retarded how these missions are still a thing. Where you need 3 enemy SPGs. It just seems to be such a bollock to do these fucking missions. And I know for a fact, if I jump into the 1390, I will get 3 tier 10 artilleries. But the problem with fighting tier 10 artilleries is there's tier 10 mediums. And tier 10 mediums are just as fast, if not faster, than some of the light tanks. And because they have health, they can take a hit from most tanks. Light tanks can't take a hit from anything because they have no health at all. It's frustrating. I hope that whenever the tier 10 light tanks come out... Oh, and by the way, if you didn't know that was happening, tier 10 light tanks are finally coming to the game. They're finally doing what they did with artillery and fixing the matchmaking to make it a bit more consistent, and they're stretching from tier 8 to tier 10 the light tanks, and this is great because it means that now... What's this guy doing? That was a terrible shot. It means that we may finally get maybe a view range rebalance or something. Oh shit, really? I just bounced off of MT25? Okay, yeah, he's dead. Tiger 1 over there. But yeah, I like this little tank. 10 degrees gun direction all around right now is pretty fucking awesome. I think it used to be like 6 or 5 or something like that. It was crap. And yeah, this is the problem with this gun. It's got 110 pen. I can't really pen much. Doesn't do that much damage either. I'm just kind of poking this guy. That's all I'm really doing. And now he's dead. So didn't really have to worry about that too much. And yeah, this is where this gun is really fucking useless. It's got 110 pen, I think. Yeah, 110 pen, 110 damage. It can't pen a liver for shit. Let's see. Come on, go down here and around here. Okay. Now hopefully my team move up because, well, I'm effectively being a distraction, which is what light tanks are basically made for these days. And of course IS-3 full speed on the move says fuck you because it's IS-3. Motherfucker. And he's not going to kill me because it's an IS-3. IS-3 is totally balanced, right? Much fun. Make the game very good. See, this guy's probably going to be the guy to kill me. I don't even think I can pen in front of a start. See, this is why I usually use the 105. I'm only using the 75 because of this mission. 105 is definitely the better gun to use on this tank, in my opinion. Let's see. Where's this IS-3 at? Come on, team. You may want to move forward. There's only a Lova. What the fuck else was over there? I can't remember. But the IS-3 is down here. The IS-3 is in the most awkward position it could possibly be in. And honestly, this is a really stupid position for an IS-3 to be in. And there's a Lova coming. Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you serious? Well, fuck me. I couldn't do anything in that situation. I needed my team to move forward, but they didn't, and they just kind of sat there. And the Lova only took 200 damage for that. Are you shitting me? Fuck's sake. Oh, god damn it. I hate this kind of shit. This is why I don't play light tanks. Like, you don't have any health, you've only got mobility, and medium tanks are more or less as fast as you most of the time anyway. So you really can't do anything. It really sucks. I don't like it at all. I'm hoping tier 10 light tanks bring around like a bunch of rebalances for view range and stuff. Oh, and I will link in the description where to see tier 10 light tanks. If you've heard of the Armored Patrol, that's a pretty good way to see like the stats and all. And honestly, I think the tier 10 light tanks look really, really cool and they're really, really promising. But I'm going to go back to the garage and I'm probably going to jump into the 1390 next to show you that probably at the high tiers I'm more likely to get artillery on the enemy team. So I will be back in a second. And even when I play in a tier 8 light tank, I can't get any artillery, and I'm on the map where light tanks are the most useless in the game, because even on Himmelsdorf you can use the city streets. In this map there's only like 3 streets total, and you really can't use the streets at all. And the only real thing you can really do on this map is go to the middle, but the middle is only really useful from the other side, because on this side, if you go to the middle area, they have clean shots straight into you, and it's so easy for them to just shred you. So it's worth it going to the middle on this map from this flank, at least from my experience. And this is really the only thing I'm going to accomplish this game. I'm going to just kind of cruise along here, be kind of annoying. What the fuck just hit me? T10 apparently just hit me with an HE round or something. That was weird. So yeah, and see seems happy, and yeah. See what I mean by this? By light tanks being basically useless on this map. Oh shit! Hey, Jesus, that was close. Here's the thing. Light tanks are effectively useless on this map, but that's another thing about tier 10 light tanks that I've heard. Oh, and also, one of the ones I'm most excited about is the MX-13105 is coming to the game. The MX-13105 is finally making it into the game. Oh god, I'm looking forward to that thing for years. I've hoped it would come for years, and it's finally coming. And oh god, no, fuck off Info 1. 13105 is, as you'd imagine, basically a 1390 with a 105mm cannon and a slightly more powerful engine, but it still has the worst part of weight ratio of all the tier 10 lights that have been announced so far. And also the Sheridan prototype is coming to the game, and the WZ for fuck's sake, and the WZ-132 is getting a 105mm cannon and is going to tier 10. And the Germans gets a really cool looking one, and the Soviets get a really weird looking one. But yeah, I'm going to go into another game. Just give me a minute. I will be back in a second. Trying to think of. I'll surprise you with the next one I jump into. And we're back again. This time in the 12T. And would you look at this again? Only 1 RD per side. Yay! For fuck's sake. What was it? If I was in any other tank and I wasn't trying to do a mission, I would be happy about this, but because I can't do this fucking mission, every single time I jump into anything that's not a light tank, I get 5 RDs per side, but as soon as I jump into a light tank, it's 1 RD per side, and I'm just like, well, fuck me. What was it? The Soviet tier 10 light tank is actually the weirdest looking tank I've ever seen in my life. It is a genuinely weird looking tank. Like, not like KV5 weird looking, but like genuinely just like, what the fuck is that kind of weird? It looks kind of like a UFO or something. What was the other one? The German one looks cool. The Chinese one looks very cool. I love the look of the Chinese one. What was the other one? The Sheridan looks badass. It gets 152mm cannon because T49 gets 152mm cannon. That's basically the Americans' thing. It's just giant ass derp guns. The French get the 13105, which looks badass. It gets side skirts and shit, and it looks awesome. What was the other one? I think there was another one. It was the Soviet, the Chinese, the French, the Americans. I think there was another one, but I can't remember. But yeah, I think the looks-wise, I think the 132, the basically looks like a Type 62 with a 105mm cannon cast turret. It looks pretty awesome, and it has a ridiculous armor on the turret. The turret is amazingly well armored. And also that's another thing about the Soviet one. The Soviet one also gets decent armor. It has armor frontally, but nowhere else. What was the other one? The French is a 3-shot autoloader instead of a 6-shot autoloader like you used to. Uh, 105mm guns with 390 alpha per shot. And what was the other one? The Sheridan gets 152mm gun. They have not updated the gun stats yet, so it still has the same gun stats as, for fuck's sake, would you auto aim? God damn it, game. But yeah, that's annoying. I couldn't auto aim on him, and I'm actually going to take a quick break and just kind of look and see if the other one is actually, if there is another one, or if I'm just thinking about it wrong. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute. And you look at this, yet another game with no artillery, for fuck's sake. But I think the one I forgot about was the German one, the German Tier 10 light tank. It looks very, very cool. It's a bit bigger. I would say it's probably about the size of one of these. It's not going to be like a little tiny thing like what the hell's it called? The Tier 8 one, the Spy Panzer. I can't remember. Oh, the RU-251. That's it. It's not going to be that small, but it has a 105mm cannon. Looks pretty damn cool. The 132 seems to be the most heavily armored with like a really damn nice turret. Don't know what the gun depression is like though. But I've changed my mind. I'm going to link the actual pages with the actual stats of the machines that have been leaked so far. I think a lot of them are just placeholders right now. Like the 152mm on the Sheridan has not been balanced at all. It's just exactly the same gun stats as the as the T49. For fuck's sake. Yeah, like I can usually get away with that, but yeah, fuck it. What was it? Yeah, the German one looks very cool. It has a 105mm cannon and a 90mm cannon option. The 132 also looks very, very cool. The Russian one's just weird looking, as I've said before. 13105 looks great, and the Sheridan has spaced armor all around and looks fucking amazing. But I think all of the stats are still placeholders, so you can expect them to change. And the 13105, I expect to get an aiming probably an aiming time. I don't actually know what the aiming time is. I can't remember, but definitely a reload buff because reload seems very long for a 3-shot autoloader. And same for the the Sheridan. The Sheridan, I think its gun's a bit underwhelming for a tier 10. Like a 152mm gun, which has I think the exact same gun stats as the T49, seems kind of shit. But yeah. Oh, and something I forgot to mention with these changes, light tanks will get normal matchmaking like every other tank gets in the game, and that sounds amazing. Like a VK2801 will probably be put up to tier 7, honestly, but I think all of the current tier 8s are going to be up tiered by one tier, except the 132, which I'm not sure what's happening with that. I can't remember. They said something, but I think they said every current tier 8 light tank will be up tiered by one tier at least. And it's going to be interesting because they're going to have to put up all of the current light tanks by one tier, as far as I'm aware, because that basically gives them the exact same matchmaking as they had before. They'll probably just buff the health or something along those lines, and it's interesting because they're going to have to put in tanks to fill in the line, if you know what I mean. Like they did with artillery. If you remember the artillery rebalance back when they used to all be like the maximum artillery tier was tier 8, and they like stretched them to tier 10, added in like filler tanks in the line to try and fill it out. I suspect it'll be that sort of thing. So I reckon we could get some cool tanks, and we could maybe see the return of one of my favorite tanks, the Scout Panther. I hope it returns. I fucking loved that tank. That tank had an amazing gun. It had the same turret as this thing actually, but with the the VK3601, like 75mm one that doesn't have HE but has EP and EPCR. But yeah, it had that gun. It was 60km/h top speed, 75 or something, 85 or something like that. Their front armor. It was amazingly well armored, and it weighed like 45 or 50 tons or something like that there. And I just remember loving that machine because I could just run around ramming stuff. That machine was awesome, and once they buffed it a couple of times, they buffed it to have the most ridiculous gun stats in the game. Like it was just the most like it didn't have vertical stabilizers as far as I remember, but on the move it was just ridiculously accurate. And I really want that tank to come back. I love that tank. I miss it. I really don't like. I have no interest in the Spic or whatever the heck it's called, the SP1C. I have no interest in that thing. I want the Scout Panther back. I love that tank. I miss it. But yeah, I'm hopeful it might come back. I think it would be awesome. But yeah, I don't know what Wargame is thinking. Who knows? Like they've even said that if the Waffenträger E100 was to come back, um, they would probably say, and just to gauge community feedback on whether or not it should come back, because I remember a couple of weeks ago they were saying the Grill 15 was underpowered, but now they're saying it's overpowered, and they haven't really decided what the balancing of that machine would be, because that thing can basically decide tier 10 games on its own. If there's a good driver in a Grill 15, that thing can dominate a game. But if it's a bad driver, it's obviously just useless. It's just a hit point pool. So yeah. So it's going to be a very, very interesting couple of months for World of Tanks, because I think the confirmed tier 10 light tanks will come in the first half of in the first half of 2017. So I think this year could be a fucking amazing year for this game. And if, as long as they don't fuck around too much, as long as they don't piss off the player base, I think this is going to be a fucking amazing year. So I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm actually just going to finish this video here because I'm just getting aggravated by my matchmaking, just saying fuck you. So yeah, unless I collect the next battle and it's matchmaking that I need, this will be the last game I show. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.